It is time to move on to equivalent fractions. You should be on page 6 in your packet. This video is only going to cover the top half with equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions are two or more fractions that are equal. Two or more fractions that are equal. You can create equivalent fractions by either multiplying or dividing the denominator and numerator of a fraction by the same number. For example, 1/2 is equal to 5/10 because 1 times 5 equals 5 and 2 times 5 equals 10. Notice that they multiplied by the same number. And 45/30 is equal to 3/2 because 45 divided by 15 is 3 and 30 divided by 15 is 2. We can do the same thing. We're going to look at these four fractions and write an equivalent fraction for each. 8/10. We could do this two separate ways. We can try multiplying. So we're going to try multiplying. An easy way to find an equivalent fraction is to multiply by 2. So we can multiply by 2 on the top and we get 16. And we can multiply by 2 on the bottom and get 20. 8/10 then we know is equivalent to 16/20. We can also find an equivalent fraction by division. And this fraction is an easy fraction to divide. We could try 8/10 divided by 2. I'm going to go this way. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And 10 divided by 2 is 5. All three of these fractions are equivalent fractions. They are all equivalent to one another because equivalent means equal. Let's go down to 1/2. Now, 1/2, we're not going to divide. We're not going to divide it. And we'll end up getting fractions and a fraction, and it'll all be a mess. But we can find it by multiplying. I'm not going to do this one by 2. Another one that I like to use is 5. 5's an easy number to multiply. I multiply the top and the bottom, which is the numerator and the denominator, by the same number. 1 times 5 is 5. 2 times 5 is 10. 1/2 is equivalent to 5/10. Let's move over here with 1/5. 1/5, once again, is not an easy number to divide. To find an equivalent fraction, we will multiply. My third favorite way to find a multiplication based equivalent fraction is to multiply by 10. This is another easy way to multiply. We get 1 times 10, which is 10, and 5 times 10, which is 50. Another easy way to multiply. Looking here at the bottom, I definitely want to divide this one. I see I have 12 and 20. And one thing I know about numbers that end in 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, they all are even, and even numbers are divisible by 2. I am going to divide both the numerator and the denominator by 2. 12 divided by 2 gives me 6. And 20 divided by 2 gives me 10. Another way I could have done it is I know that 12 and 20 are also both divisible by 4. So I'm going to go out to the other side and divide both sides by 4. 12 divided by 4 is 3. 20 divided by 4 is 5. And here we have, once again, 3 fractions that are equivalent. This is going to be the end of our equivalent fraction notes.